Hi, everybody. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Ness. Hi, Deb, Blue, Ron. Hey, Ron. Lisa, Edward, Elaine. Hi, Lisa Foster. How's my peoples doing? Hey, Jean. So I sold 3 more tickets since I was on with Mel. So we got a little over 20 some odd tickets sold for the Benicia event. I mean, 60 will be up, but it's okay with me if they don't all sell. Right now, we got enough to cover the hall, which is like $9,000. And I think the food. But if we have less people, it'll be less for the food. Okay, great to see you guys. Great to see y'all. So it says it's 80 degrees. It's supposed to get cooler these next few days. Thank you, Kevin. Hi. Yeah, so they did a meme with Trump's face on the Superman body, and apparently Marvel's is suing because they don't want his face on their Superman. So they're suing him to take it down. They always do that. They always try, seeing is believing, I'll be looking like my face on a body like somebody famous in a bikini. You guys are about, what the hell is she doing? Everybody knows she got a fat ass. Shoot. So you guys ask away. Welcome. DC Comics is suing the Trump administration for that. You know what they're going to say? We can't help it that our fan base does that. You know that's what they're going to say. How is Trump feeling about the Epstein thing? Yeah, let's do a little deep dive into his happy ass. How is Trump feeling about the Epstein thing? Well, they're talking on now that they're saying he's going to lose 40 seats. He's going to lose 40 seats. It doesn't matter what. It's beyond the Epstein thing. And apparently, Giselle, they're thinking about pardoning her. At least Pam Bodie is looking at it. I think Giselle is not going to sign a DNA. I see her saying no. Get me out of here and I'll go to Europe and I'll stand down for a while. But and somebody said she married again. I didn't know that she was living in the woods. Oh, I think it was Mel. She was living in the woods with her new husband. Does anybody know about that? Nah, he's dead. Thank you, Rose. 167 still missing in Texas, you guys. How is Trump feeling about Epstein? He's cursing him. He talked good about him. He's a very nice guy. He likes the young ones. Yeah, you like the young ones too. How is he feeling about his problem right now is just Lane. That's his problem right now. His cycle is changing and he's going to have to give out information. You know what? They were just talking on one of those shows today that people were salivating. That's one of the things that kept the MAGA going, that there was going to be a lot of elites that were in that, in that Epstein thing, but they were salivating over it and looking forward to hanging them, if you know what I mean. They weren't even thinking of Trump. Trump, the reason they can't release it is because of Trump. So I would say he's worried right now. He's thinking about, he thinks things will pass over and he can get away with it. You know, he's not very deep. Trump just, yeah, whatever. Listen, they were booing him at that soccer event. It was audible booing. And he just doesn't, it does affect him a little bit. But did you hear that they were showing the plaque that they give to the winner? And Trump was up there on the front trying to grab the plaque. And the guy who was in charge of this soccer thing was pushing Trump to the side, trying to get him out of there. And I just read, I don't know if it's true. Actually, let's find out if it's true. Hold on. Did Trump take the soccer plaque, so now they have to remake it for the winner? Yes, Donald Trump has indeed taken the original Club World Cup trophy. So Chelsea didn't receive the real one. Instead, the team was given a replica. Oh, Jesus. He's such a thief. So he was booed at the FIFA event. It was a beautiful thing. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, it really was echoing boos. It wasn't like you could hear it in the background. Okay, so how Trump feels about I think he thinks it's going to pass. I think he thinks his people love him so much. This is how delusional he is. Don't forget, he's got people who, if he comes to a full stop, their heads will go all the way up his behind. He's got people kissing his ring and telling him how wonderful he is. That's good advice. That's good advice. But like I said last night, I did a show last night. Lena was there, Deanna was there, Tanya was there. And I said to everybody, don't you feel from the time he got in office till now, can you feel his fall coming? Can you feel it? And also, I need to contact him. Andre is putting out a lot of videos, and he's just really seen that this guy's really having a tough time astrologically, which is beautiful. Hi, T. Bella. Hi, Richard. Earthquakes far away. So there was a swarm of earthquakes recently in Los Angeles. Let me take a look, see. Earthquakes in LA. And I was on Jeff Mara's show. Very nice show. But they like to put that disaster stuff. That's your clickbait. That's how you get people to watch. But I'm seeing a lot of flooding. I'm seeing more earthquakes, but not Niners, not here in California. And I'm seeing I'll tell you, there's more and more floods. Did you see all the floods that happened yet again to the poor people of Texas? And apparently the governor of Texas asked California for money. He's the one that said nobody should give California money for their fires. I'm looking. Earthquakes in LA. Here we go. I just felt a shake energetically, like a 6-pointer. That's a pretty good shake, even a 4.5. We had a 4.5 here. Some of you guys remember, right, like underneath my house. It was that type of fault. And it shook hard for a second, but the boom was really loud. It scared the bejesus out of my dogs. I thought it was fun. And a 4.5 is significant. You'll feel it. Okay. California. Oh, California's got some disasters coming. think a lot of it has to do with fires. September, a good sized earthquake where the government will get involved. Well, it could even be the California government because we can't look towards Trump. September, there could be something coming up. But enough where there's some damage and the government helps. Might be like what happened before a bridge goes down. But wasn't that amazing? The Loma Prieta quake. I lived here in the East Bay, and I was at my parents' house to watch the World Series. And one of the main bridges fell, and the Bay Bridge, one of its pieces fell down. And I worked at the hospital they were sending all the patients to. But the doctors were very frustrated because it's like the 9/11 doctors. Where are all the patients? Because even though there was patients, there wasn't the amount you would think. But because of that World Series, a lot of people weren't out and about. Oh, yeah, Linda. Remember when the marina caught on fire? Yeah. Listen, I worked in a hospital building that was fireproofed, earthquake-proofed. It was rolling. I wasn't there when the earthquake happened, but when I went there, because they were calling all nurses and everything, and I show up and I went to the 9th floor, huge cracks in the ceiling and the walls. So although, it kept it even keel, it still affected the walls and stuff. Wasn't that like a 6.7, Linda? I can't remember what the Loma Prieta was. Oh, Orinda. Yeah, Orinda. And more towards Santa Cruz, right? Or there was a brick building, I remember, that crashed and killed a young woman. What will happen with the Biden's pardons? Well, they're not going to be able to touch them. They'd love to. I think Mel and I were just talking about that, but let me double check. What will happen with the Biden's pardons? Oh, he would love to get a hold of Dr. Fauci and Jack Smith and even Garland, although Garland did him a favor. Tell me about... I see even the Supreme Court. Somebody's already told Trump. I don't know who it is, but somebody that knows the Supreme Court saying if you go that direction, unfortunately, we won't be able to help you. Yeah, so the Biden's pardons are going to stay. He tried to say that Biden was out of his mind, didn't know what he's doing. No, he knew what he was doing. He used the auto pen, yes, but he had a whole bunch to do. He wouldn't have had that many if it wasn't for that president coming in. If Kamala came in, he wouldn't have done any of that. So don't worry, you guys. No, he's not going to null them. He's going to keep them in place. Okay. So I do feel an earthquake, a 6-pointer. I feel more towards LA. Oh, Robert, yeah. I was doing an OR rotation. I had gone with a bunch of the students at San Mateo College, where they sent us to because I would work labor and delivery, and we would take our patients down to the first floor for a C-section, which wasn't very healthy. And so finally, the old nurses, this was a county facility. The old nurses didn't want to have anything to do with C-section. Finally, us young nurses that came in there, I said, hey, I'll be happy to do it. So, okay, we'll train you. So they sent us to San Mateo College, and we all had lunch together. It was about 9 of us, and I had my cards. And I read each person, and each person got the tower card. And I told them at that time, oh my goodness, something major is getting ready to happen. I think within 2 days was the quake. And of course, all the bridges were shut down. Yeah, that figures. Listen, this guy is a nothing burger. Every time they hurt us, don't worry, it comes back on him 1,000-fold. everything, it's going to be a lot of work. But when we finally, and I don't care if JD Vance gets in there as the temporary president, his numbers are worse than Trump's. He's in the 20s. Yeah, I have a lot of people who are scared to death of that Northridge. So, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, Annette will be on this Friday. Her and I will be answering your personal questions and your mediumship question. Oh, interesting. Ghislaine Maxwell is asking for a new trial based on what Trump said. There is no list. So that gives her a new case. Let's look if she gets that. That's a good question. Well, Ghislaine, because, there's a lot of psychics that are saying that list is going to come out because he's lying, of course. They're thinking about pardoning her. She's applied for a pardon, too. I think they're leaning towards pardoning her, but they want to make sure she doesn't blab. Let me ask. Thank you guys in the room. Thanks for coming. And Annette and I will do, where you give the money towards the kitchens again to feed people. She's still in jail. I wonder, there's certain conditions where she'll stay in jail because she's more safe in jail. Does that make sense to you? She's waiting patiently. She wants out, but she wants to go away out of the United States. Thank you, I can't tell if it's Marsha or Maria. Thank you. So will she get out? It's not quite showing. Maybe they feel they're safer with her in jail. I'm not seeing them trying to get rid of her, though. Like they did with Jeff. Jeff told Trump he was going to release stuff. If you don't get me out of here, I'm going to release blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you. And that's when Bill Barr went down there and he was gone the next day. And I will tell you, Bill Barr was protecting his father. So when she got arrested, Bill Barr was going to go, because she got arrested while Trump was in office. Bill Barr was going to go down there and see her. And she said, absolutely not. I do not want him in here. So, okay. What is this? I was in that earth too. I was in San Jose. Oh, the earthquake, she means. I was in San Jose on Blossom Hill Road. I saw asphalt rolling like a ripple in a pond. Oh, yeah, I can imagine it scared you. Thank you. But she's got the 4 swords, Maxwell does. That's either no or it's so quiet, we barely even hear about it. She'll exit stage left. She wants to get out. It's surprising she wouldn't make a deal with Trump to get out. So that's interesting. Oh, yeah, he would know, but Epstein was planning on telling everybody. I don't know if his brother has all the information. He gave his brother like $300 million 2 days before he died. He had a feeling something was coming up. Hold on. This looks interesting. Hold on. Deborah, did you guys see that Alexa was asked how many lies Trump has told? It's been 3 days and she's still listening. Amen. Hi, everybody. Thanks for always 4,000 in the room. Thank you. I don't see her being taken out. I don't see, somebody asked, is she going to be safe? I don't see her being taken out. I see her closing, keeping. I don't see her revealing everything either. She may reveal it when he's gone, but Elon Musk, I don't see him saying, "Here's the items." Thank you, Miss Gloria. I don't see Elon Musk saying, "Here it is." I see him giving it to someone else. Oh, thank you, Sally. Sally, how you doing? I see him giving it to someone else to release. Rosie O'Donnell said she has them, and I think Mel said she does. And if she has them, she'll release them. I'll tell you, her life gets. Oh, Ireland. Thank you. Rosie's over in Ireland. I don't want you to worry. We will see. We've already seen a lot of it, especially with those lawsuits about what he did to those young girls, beating them and everything. He's a horrible person. Oh, thank you. What did she say? You never ceased. Oh, Seascape. Never boring. I'm pretty boring. I'm pretty boring. Catch me on a regular day playing. I got this game I'm playing now, you guys, and I'm paying money, and I don't like paying money. So hold on. What's the game? It's called Royal Kingdom. Ah, Jesus. It's a pain in the butt. I get stuck on it. Don't worry. The end will come to Taco. Yeah, Trump's health feels like it's going downhill. Angel of Light and Mercy. What goes first? Let's ask the pendulum. Will Trump be removed from office because of his health? No. Interesting. Will he be impeached out of office? It's saying yes, and it's saying yes big. So that's interesting. Oh, you. Somebody else will play. Where am I at on the rail? I'm level 164. I'm level 164. Listen, when my nephew was born, a preemie at 24 or 26 weeks, I posted a picture of him, and they were talking about getting rid of health care then, and I said, this little boy needs help. And everybody went crazy on Twitter. I must have got 10,000 comments. And Rosie wrote me and said, my son was born with that too, and don't worry. And she was right. Asa has some issues. He'll never be 100%. Remember, he's the one that they had to go in with his brain and readjust it. But he's doing fantastic, and he's just as normal as can be. So, he can eat, sleep, he can use the restrooms. He's not having seizures anymore. It's beautiful. Oh, and the little pumpkin girl, the baby she had, that one was a preemie, but not as preemie as much preemie, although she had to stay in the hospital like 3 months, 4 months. She is a cutie patootie. My sister are going up to see them. I think they're on holiday right now. Hold on, I just got to show you. I got to show it off for 1 second. Where are you? This is my grandson. Jaden. Jesus, he's taller than all of us combined. Hold on. Keely. Come on, how do you open this? Well, I don't know if you can see it. Isn't she a cutie patootie? She looks like Asa. The two of them have the same face. The nice big Durham head. I think his dad has a nice big round Durham head too. Dennis Thomas. Remember, Jesus never came with a religion. Man wrote your Bible. Exactly. God nor Jesus had nothing to do with religion. Amen, Dennis. And I've heard this time and time again. Anything written by man is of man. So don't think that people have repeated some of the stories about him, but they stretched it, they changed it. He had a wife, he was a rabbi, but he was a good man and he had a good message. Ooh, what's the scoop? Ghislaine Maxwell's case is listed on SCOTUS docket, and the DOJ is due to respond by today. Yeah, she was something about the retrial. Exactly. Oh, I'm glad to see a lot of other suckers like me on this doggone thing, paying money I shouldn't be paying. I could be feeding the children's. Will there be a Kennedy Center honors this year? Oh, isn't that wonderful? Everybody who normally produced a show has withdrawn. 1/3 of normal amount of shows booked in 2026. And Caroline probably worked with the honors. 1/3 of the normal amount of shows booked. Yeah, he ruins. We can't have anything nice, you guys. He ruins everything. I'm 64 and I play Minecraft. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Hold on. Where are you? Let's just look at the Kennedy Center honors this year. Ooh, a lot of infighting, a lot of just, there's Trump crossing it. He'll probably pick his own people. Ooh, the tower. So I would say no. Look at this. Look at that. And the House is like going along and trying to make things happen. Huge disappointment. Maybe he'll pick his own people like Kid Rock and nobody comes. Okay. Any clue as to when the alligator detention center will close? They said it's horrible. I think there's going to be some sort of hurricane, even the tail end of it, that floods it out and they can't keep it open. But let me double check. It will close. Here's everybody having to leave. But under stressful, terrible situations. Yeah. But there's a lot of back and forth on this. This place isn't going to stay open very long. Will the U.S. ever have universal health care? When the young folks get in. Will the universe ever have universal health care? Now, healthcare. Now I can't find it. It's moving fast. Oh, we got 5,000 in the room. Thank you guys for coming. And thank you guys that can come to Benicia. I'm looking forward to hooking up with y'all. We're going to have a good time. And you Laguna too. And I did get a couple of people asking if there was any cancellations to let them know. And I'm just waiting. One person canceled, and PayPal doesn't make it easy for me. In the old days, you just press cancel and I could, give them their money back via PayPal. And now they don't have that option. I don't know what happened. So it's different, but you'll definitely get your money back. Will we ever have it? Yes, we'll have it, but more, it's not right now. People are really going to struggle with healthcare right now. Women will get their opportunity to choose. Whew, they're going to get rid of a lot of these SCOTUS people. I see hearings. Remember, I keep seeing these hearings. I even see more so than Roberts. I see. I think Thomas will leave before a hearing happens. But I see Kavanaugh and Neil Gorsuch having to sit before the Senate and or Congress and tell why they lied to them. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on one second. Jose, hold on one second, you guys. Sorry. Hello? Hi. Whose house is getting painted? I had the power washed through the fences, but no house is getting painted. Okay. Yeah, he didn't tell me that he did that. So I kept waiting because I really need it because I've already had 2 days without them coming. So I needed them today. So I never saw their truck, so I didn't think they came. But thank you. Yeah, but I wish he would have said something to me. I might have even asked him, "Can you come back in an hour?" So he was power washing the fences. There would have really been nothing wrong with blowing. So I don't understand it. No house was getting painted. So, but okay, I'm going to call them too and tell them, how dare you tell my guys to go home because, I've been waiting. This is the third week and I really needed it today. So, okay, I'll tell them. Okay, well, at least they tried to show up, but they were told something else by that other guy. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. There's just a few things. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. So I've been waiting. I haven't had the gardeners come for 2 weeks because I was having the driveway being poured and you can't really have leaves. Today I had the fences power washed and the shed, and they're coming back tomorrow to paint the shed. But they told my guys, who I really needed today, to go home because they were power washing. And I thought, that's a lot of nerve to tell my guys to go. Anyway, that's between us. Sorry. Sorry I had to put you on hold, but I needed to talk to them. Okay, so I want you to know that the Supreme Court's going to get changed big time. Not even necessarily liberals, but nothing as bad as what they've got in there now. Ness is still doing the urgent special for $88. Exactly. Exactly. A body of men holding themselves accountable to nobody ought not to be trusted by anybody. Thomas Paine. Exactly. Oh, yeah, Jody. Jody said she saw the, Grand Canyon fire. Damn. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get the right ones up. Didn't you predict it? Remember, I saw from a distance between Nevada and Nebraska bright colors like big fires, I said, or a volcano. I think the Grand Canyon definitely, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. And there's some more fires in Utah, also some significant fires. Melania is going to move away, you guys. We don't even get to punish her for having a fake visa. Yes, Zena, I do see California giving federal funding to the schools, but you know the ones that can't afford it are your red states. They're really going to suffer between losing the Medicare, Medicaid, and the school funding, and they don't believe in lunches for the poor. Oh, hell no. And the thing is with Medicaid, you know, they like to blame the lazy people sitting there doing nothing but collecting their Medicaid. The thing about Medicaid is most people, 60% of people on Medicaid work. They've got jobs. They work for Amazon. They work for Walmart. They work for the military. And they need these little subsidies. So shame on them. Yeah, Abby, they said that there was, the courts just ruled that Trump can fire 1,400. You know what? Let me tell you something. Okay, let me just tell it to you like this. Definitely take a breath and release it and encircle the earth with a white light. Okay, so go ahead. What were you saying? Okay, thank you. They're telling me that as he does more of the ugly, more people are in a state of resistance towards him, and the harder he'll get hit. You're going to have to go to message, sorry. Well, there goes my phone. Can I rewind to the beginning? Well, you can go back after this is over and watch it from the beginning. So I just want you to know, as much as we're like, whoa, it's also going to create a whole new program. It's going to be sharper, better, more refined. And A. Kulu, the one who does these is Ness and Andre. They know about the Pisces eclipses, Virgo, and all that stuff. That's not my forte. But I will tell you, some big stuff is happening. Ness is going to be on my show the end of July, and she's going to give the aspects for August. But I'm feeling really strong September stuff going on. Really strong. So, Ness. Ness, do you have anything on Pisces eclipse? Yes. Thank you. Where is she? Sukali, where are you? I got the same hit. The more he does, the more it's going to backfire. Hi, Ron. I think they called Matt Gaetz in to see about him taking the place of whoever was going to quit with the FBI. Although Trump said he had a very good conversation today with that Bungowi or whatever his name is. They were on the same page. But I think he was calling Matt Gaetz just in cases. Yes, exactly. You got to pull the weeds out by the roots to replant the garden. By the way, my garden had too many potatoes. There were so many potatoes growing and it was so huge, I had to pull it out. I actually had some like this size, but then they looked like little mushrooms. They were growing. So yeah, potatoes aren't good for a little box garden. Well, the purpose of cruelty is man-made. Cruelty isn't from the realm. Cruelty is made by man. It's that state of resistance they all love to do. Think about how cruel. Look at that alligator Alcatraz. And the glee, they go and take their pictures underneath the sign. What's that about? That's as bad as Rome with the Colosseum, and loving to see the petty people being ripped apart. Those, when you think you're better than others, you're not Christ-like or Christian. So enjoying gleefully people's pain, that's no good. Oh my, no, that wasn't Ice, Jenna. That was somebody else. I don't know who. What ocean was that? Yeah, the people who do lynchings, they think they look at those people like animals, like they're no better than a cow. Okay. Some people had picnics. Oh my God. Oh, so yeah, I'll probably do the prayer list this week sometime, you guys. And listen, I am posting some GoFundMe stuff. A lot of the people I don't really know, and you've got to do your own. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. When it comes to children, I always give to the children, but it's hard to be fake on GoFundMe because I think they have ways of checking it out. Thank you, Mandy. Yes, it's psychopaths, and Trump enjoys other people getting hurt. He's the one who would go and sleep with his partner's wife, come downstairs and tell him, I just slept with your wife, and thought that was funny. I saw Superman. I can't tell you I enjoyed it. I saw, in fact, I almost looked at my son and said, can we go with Superman? And I also saw Jurassic Park, which I didn't get the good ratings like Superman did, but Jurassic Park was a little better. I love Scarlett Johansson. I think she's wonderful. But I didn't really enjoy it that much. But my friend in Laguna Beach said he really enjoyed it. So, okay, so to each his own. And then he showed me a big box or something, a nice big thing. That's why I go to movies for my popcorn and my drink. And by the way, right now on my movie thing, the little cards you get, I got 4 free movies. The problem is when a new movie's coming out, when you want to set up and get in there and sit with your family, you got to go online to do it. And you can't use those 4 free movies. Thank you, Rob. Ooh, thank you, Carmen. Yeah, let's look if the ice raids are going to spread to Carmen wants to know, is the ice raids going to spread to Northern California? Okay, let's look. There's some heartache here, so they'll attempt it. They'll definitely attempt it, you guys. But they'll have to turn around and leave because there's resistance here. Look at this. Fighting will occur. California. Hey, listen, did you see that fire department that blocked them from coming in? So they're really going to make sure that there's who they say they are, but I do see them coming to Northern. I'm sorry, you guys. Yes, exactly, Amy. I give all the time. I'm an old woman now, and it's hard for me. I love this too. Tow truck drivers are following ICE and towing their vehicles when they get out to grab people. Excellent. Oh, you guys are so wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, I've already been on for 44 minutes. What? No, the ballots are going to be okay. I don't know why I know that. I don't know why I don't want you guys to not worry. Um, oh, so he is going in as an independent. He is going to. So will he win? Will Como win as an independent? They really don't want that other guy to win. The Trump team. They'll even push for Como rather than. Como goes in as an independent. Can he win as mayor? You know, that young man that's in there now, apparently he got more votes than Kamala. Nah, I don't think he'll win. It's back to the drawing board for him. Yeah, the guy that played Superman, he played in Renfield. He was the Nicolas Cage was the that was a good movie, by the way. He's an English actor and he's got beautiful blue eyes, and he really played a good Lex. He did a good job of it. Oh yes, and don't yes, Trump is going on. I think September 11th and 12th to the UK. I see mass protests. I see King Charles wish that he hadn't invited him. They're not allowing him to speak to the Parliament. And by the way, Obama and Clinton spoke to the Parliament, so you know that just rubs him the wrong way. But I see a lot of clashing. I see people wanting him out of there. Uh, so I want you to guys to know. Yeah, don't let him near the crown jewels. I just cannot believe the gonads of him taking the national soccer or whatever, taking the original, what they give would be like the Super Bowl thing. They're giving, and he took it home with him. And now they got to make up another one to give to the winners. Trump took it home with him. That's how he feels he's just deserving. And when everybody was booing him down on the field, boo, you could hear it loud as can be. He just, he went, how he does, out there thinking he's all that in a cup of tea. I think his Foley on his Foley catheter was leaking a little bit. So thank you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming. What a grifter. I know. It's so low. He's the type that would take from young children. That's how he is. That's how ugly. He's the type that the baseball got into a hand of a child, one of those ones that would grab the baseball and go like this and scream and yell. And I love it when the news stations show, this low life took the ball. And usually the team will give the kid a personalized sign ball. They shame them. The Dems plan on crucifying him, the guy that's running in New York. I see that he's got to run for his money, but I still see him getting the votes. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. We've been on here 49 minutes. Thank you guys to those who can come to Benicia, and I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Kim, Seascape, Deanne. Oh, hi, Deanne. Ron, Lisa, Ness, all my peoples. Miss Mims. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. I just thought I'd go on live today and say hi. Look out for live coming up because we'll be doing our 2 picks. I think I'll have to talk to Nicole. I think I already have for August. I'll need September. Okay. Cheers. Bye.